Now that Saab has been liberated from the General Motors tie-up, the time has come for the Swedish brand to once again stand on its own. To kick off this new era at Saab is an all-new 2011 9.5 sedan, the company's flagship car. But just like when you split from your girlfriend, inevitably stuff gets left behind, and it takes some time before you reclaim your own identity. And such is the case with the 9.5. This car is still very much a GM-derived creation. My 9.5 Turbo 4 Premium has the same engine as the Buick Regal Turbo, and once you get inside, you'll find OnStar, a Cadillac Navi unit, and GM knobs and switchgear. I'm not making an indictment of the car, mind you, but just be aware that a GM-free Saab it is not. The new soft flowing lines of the 9.5, along with its dazzling headlamp design and blue-hued lines on the side mirrors, make for a striking impression. I really fell in love with the overall look of the car. It's something truly unique and opposes the design of, say, Cadillac's hard creases. It's a real looker from any angle. The 9.5 comes available as a front-drive model with this base 4-cylinder turbo and your choice of either a 6-speed manual or automatic transmission. My tester is the Turbo 4 Premium Automatic, the top 4-cylinder trim, with a base MSRP of $44,260 and an as-tested price of $47,750 with the addition of the Saab infotainment navigation and Harman Kardon surround sound system. While we're in here, the interior design harkens back to Saabs of the past, and while some aspects, like the center-mounted push-button start, have been updated for the times, the Aero-inspired cockpit is unmistakably Saab. If you like that, then great, but if you're in search of a more modern feel, you might be disappointed. The 9.5 is classified as a midsize, but it's much bigger than most of its rivals, lending to excellent rear seat legroom and cargo space. It's really quite comfortable overall. My driving impressions were less enthusiastic. The 220 horse output here is underwhelming to say the least, even though the engine makes turbo-level torque and pleasing sounds. There are paddle shifters with which to play, and the car's body feels rigid, but I didn't sense much joy in the drive. Perhaps the 300 horse Turbo 6 with all-wheel drive is where the fun is kept. And I wouldn't have minded a softer ride quality too, though the suspension seems eager to keep the 9.5 hugging the turns. 0 to 60 here takes 8.2 seconds, while gas mileage is rated at 18 mpg city, 28 highway, and Saab is apparently very proud to announce the optional use of E85 here, which then drops mileage to 13 city and 21 highway. Getting Saab back on consumers' radar screens will be challenging to say the least, and it may be hard to see the 9.5's beauty beyond its self-aggrandizing price tag and somewhat confused personality. For Drive Time on Yahoo Autos, I'm Steve Hammis.